Alright everybody, what is going on? It's Voodoo51292, and today is Tuesday, January the 17th of 2012, and today marks my official 1-year anniversary of my channel here on YouTube. And it's pretty difficult to believe that it's been a whole year, but all sorts of stuff has happened over the past year. And I want to take the opportunity now to kind of look back, reflect on the previous year, talk about what it's been like on YouTube, some of the things that I have learned since I've been doing this, and some things looking forward. So basically, for those of you who do not know how the channel really kind of got started, it was the night of the 17th of January 2011, and I had just wrapped up my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, and I really enjoyed the game, and I wanted to basically give my thoughts on the game in a kind of a public way, because I really did enjoy the game and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And it was also a time when Darkside Phil, who many of you know on YouTube, was not doing his Hateful Truth game reviews anymore. He was fighting at that time with transferring from YouTube to Blip TV and doing all kinds of things, and he had not been doing the Hateful Truth. So I said, well, why not go ahead and make a review, or do a few reviews in place of Phil's. So I decided that I was going to open up a YouTube account and make some reviews. So I went ahead and opened up this channel, Voodoo51292, that night. I did a review of Fallout New Vegas. I also reviewed, over the course of the next couple days, Madden 11, and also the first Dead Space, and put those up. And originally, that was what my channel was going to be, was basically reviews, and that was about it. But then, at that time, I was actually heavily into the multiplayer for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I got in the game for Christmas, and I was really enjoying the multiplayer, and was heavily into it. And so I had the idea, I want to do some gameplay footage of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I just want to try it out, see how it goes. So I did. I sat down, I played a couple of sets of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and keep in mind the footage was, just terrible as far as, the technicalities. It was not centered on the screen at all. The brightness was way off, and, it was bad. It was the first time I'd ever tried doing it, so obviously I didn't know what I was doing, and it was, it was different. If you go back and watch those couple of videos that I did, and you can actually find those videos, the first gameplay footage I ever did, by searching my channel for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer, and you can find those very first gameplay videos I uploaded back in January of 2011. The commentary for me is very different. It's it just wasn't very good. But I enjoyed doing that, and I enjoyed putting the gameplay on YouTube. And I just was kind of sitting there, and I knew Dead Space 2 was coming out, and I really had liked Dead Space 2. Or I really liked Dead Space 1. I was really looking forward to Dead Space 2. And, I sat there and I decided I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to do a full playthrough of Dead Space 2 on YouTube and just see how it goes. So I did that. And again, the footage wasn't perfect. It was a lot better than the first time, but it wasn't perfect. There were still brightness issues. They were still not centering the camera properly. So there were issues with it, but I did it, and then I realized how much I enjoyed doing it, how much I enjoyed being able to put this footage out and do the commentaries. And so I decided, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna go full forward with this channel, and I'm gonna subscribe to GameFly, and I'm gonna play a bunch of these games this year, and I'm just gonna make a full channel out of it, and this will be my hobby. And so I started doing it. And the rest, of course, as they say, is history. I've grown just a ton since then. Obviously, I've opened it up a lot more. My footage, for one, has gotten extremely improved As far as quality, now most of my videos are almost always completely centered perfectly. The brightness, I've experimented and fixed those issues, and my commentary I think has gotten better as well. So, you know, as far as the gameplay footage, it's all gotten better. And then when you look at my reviews, of course, those have evolved. I've changed and refined the scale a couple of times over 2011. My reviews are now very much thorough and you know, just a lot better quality reviews. I've opened it up and done things such as the Dorm Room Survival Guide, which is basically a playlist of videos that I made designed for incoming college students who will be living in dorms to basically watch and learn what dorm life is like and what to expect and how to succeed in dorm life. I did vacation footage when me and my friends went to Destin in June. I opened up the series, of course, Voodoo's Thoughts, where I give some thoughts on some things related to gaming, some things not related to gaming, just whatever I really have a strong opinion on and want to speak out. I kind of use that series as a way to do that. And I've branched out, and you know, I've met a lot of good people doing what I'm doing. I've had some run-ins with people doing what I'm doing, but I've met a lot of good people, and I mean, I made a very good friend in Brandon doing this, a guy that now I talk to not just as a gamer but as a friend, and we do all kinds of co-op gameplay together. We've just started up a new podcast show called Voodoo's Brew that we've just done the first episode for, and we'll be doing more in the future. There was a lot of just good people on YouTube that I've met and either have done gameplay with or just talked to, and you know, it's been a ton of fun for me. And doing this on YouTube has really opened up a lot of things for me, and has opened me up pretty much completely to the gaming culture, because for those of you who don't know, you know, growing up I did play some video games, but not a whole lot. I mean, on the Sega Genesis, I used to play games like Sonic 1 and Aladdin and stuff like that. And then I did have a Dreamcast. I had an N64, but I really played games just like Mario Kart 64 and you know, like Mario Tennis and some other stuff. I really didn't play like your staple, you know, games. I never had an SNES or never, any of that stuff. I was a little young, I think, for the SNES. But I just wasn't that hardcore into games. I did have, like I said, a Dreamcast. I only had maybe a few games for that. The GameCube, I only played a few games on that, like Super Smash Bros. Melee and Luigi's Mansion and some of the other games, but I didn't play games like Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Sunshine, all those other games. So then, of course, I had the PS2, and I didn't play that many hardcore games. I played Madden mostly on PS2 and some other random games here and there, Need for Speed and stuff like that. But then I did get my PlayStation 3 I don't remember what year it was either 06 or 07 when I got one, and the first thing I played on it was Resistance 1. And that kind of got me into first-person shooters, because I had never really been into shooters before that. And I played that game, but then still I didn't really get into hardcore games, and all these franchises that have been around I've never touched. There's just so many franchises that I never had got my hands on that everybody was talking about. I mean, there's countless ones, and I just can't name them off, but all sorts of franchises that I never got into. And then I would say probably in 2010 was really one of the first years that I got into playing a lot of hardcore games. My friends who had been playing these games, you know, told me I should play some of them, games like Uncharted and some other series that I hadn't played, and they kind of got me into those style of games, and you know, even introduced me to Fallout and some of these other types of games. And so I kind of really started getting my exposure to games and all in 2010. I played Assassin's Creed 2 in 2000. I played, you know, 2 Assassin's Creed games in 2010, and the original Dead Space, and I started getting into all these more hardcore games in 2010. And Fallout New Vegas I played in 2010, so that was really, I think, the first year that I really got into them, like I said. And then last year in 2011, I said, I really enjoy games. I really like it, and I want to go forward. And so because I've opened myself up, I've now been able to play. I've played over 20 games this year. I think I've played something like 22 to 23 games over the course of 2011 and early 2012, and have been able to experience all new genres of games, all new, franchises that I had never played before. I mean, just all kinds of games that I was able to jump into and have a great time with this year, and really open myself up and be able now to look at games and play games and kind of know now when I play a game, is this a good game? Is this a shitty game? Is it a game that's actually good? It's just not my cup of tea, but other people would probably like it. Was the game made well and it's just not for me? Or is the game really just a piece of crap and nobody would like the game? Or is there a game on the other side that I know is not really that good of a game, but I personally enjoy it a bunch, but I know that it's really not that great, it has a lot of problems. So these are the things now that I'm able to spot and see after a year of playing all these different kinds of games. I have, of course, been following DSP very closely over the past year and a half or so, and because of that, I've been very open to the gaming world, the gaming culture. I've seen the footage that he's gone to of all these conventions, and heard him talk about his views on games and things, and it's really just kind of opened me up to a whole new culture that I really enjoy and actually like. And it's been a long time since I've been a part of something or felt like I was part of a group that I really enjoyed. And doing this on YouTube, being a gamer, being part of that culture, I enjoy it, and it's something I have a lot of fun doing. So that's kind of how I got into the footage in all of 2011, how I started the channel, some of the things that I have learned on the channel and learned about video games and gaming and things like that. So I want to talk a little bit about the success of the channel and where I'm at now as far as popularity, things like that, and what I like to do going into the future. Right now, as of today, I've flirted with 160 subscribers for a while. I was up to 159. I think I lost a couple for some reason. I think right at this current point I have 157 subscribers. I have over 52,000 total video views. I have also, I'm just under about 2,000 videos for the past year. So with a year of me doing this, I've put out about 2,000 videos, which is pretty good, I think, considering that I didn't even play a lot of games that were out there. To still put out 2,000 videos, I think is pretty cool. So I've managed to do that, and you might think 157 subscribers after a year isn't the biggest number, okay, and it's not. And to be honest, I wish that it was a little bit bigger after a year and how much work I put into it, but it's 157 people that had no idea who I was, before I started this, or 157 people who didn't watch anything from me, wasn't able to watch my gameplay and enjoy it with me, and now it's 157 people who have the ability to do that. And so for me, that's a win. And I still believe that that it's going to grow, the number's going to grow. I just have to continue to do what I do, and one day it's going to work out, I think. And there's big breaks here and there that everybody gets. One of my biggest ones was, of course, having one of my videos favorited by Darkside Phil. I got a big jump in subscribers because of that. And so things like that are going to happen. And if I keep working hard, then I think that there's going to be points where I find, mini pockets of success and my numbers grow. And, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But bottom line is I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. My goal was never to come out and be like the most super popular person on YouTube. Sure, I'd like to be known. I'd like a lot of people to watch my videos, but I'm not out there to be Mr. Popular, and I'm not out here to make a living doing this. I'm out here to have fun. And there have been some dedicated people that have stuck with me through 2011 through some crazy tough shit, whether it was playing really crappy games like Crisis 2 or Brink, or having to temporarily shut down the channel last year in the fall because of school and some personal things that were going on in my life, and then having ads placed on my videos only to have the program stopped without an explanation. I mean, there's been some really crappy things that we've dealt with over the past year, but people have stuck with me through that, and I think that's awesome. And I still continue to get words of encouragement and support, and that's a great feeling. So, I've tried very hard over the past year to be a very personal person with people. I think people have found that I've tried to answer every single comment, every question that was asked, as long as it was a legitimate question. I've gotten some really stupid questions that I just wasn't going to answer because they weren't good questions, but but I have gotten some good questions and some good advice, and I've tried to respond to everybody and make everybody feel a part of what I'm doing here on YouTube. It seems like there are people who enjoy that and who respect the fact that I've tried to do that, and that's really what I'm trying to do. And so, it's been a really good year, and moving forward, obviously I want to continue to make it better. I want to continue to make the quality of the stuff here on this channel better. I think I've already started with the Voodoo's Brew podcast that we've started off. It's going to go on all year. We've already got a couple of guests lined up to come on the show that I think people will enjoy. And I've already, it looks like I'll be doing some more networking with other YouTubers and other gamers here on YouTube over the course of 2012. I already know, obviously, a couple of people who have channels, and I've done stuff with them, and it looks like I'll be doing co-op and stuff with some more people, and more networking, getting to know more people, and just having a good time what I'm doing, and continue to have fun. I think that's the main thing. The most important thing is for me to have fun, and I'm always open to learning. I'm always open to expanding my knowledge and things of games, and as long as I'm having a good time doing it, then the numbers will rise or they won't. I have a feeling they will, but if they don't, then they don't. No harm, no foul. I had a good time, doing it, and I'm having fun right now. So it's pretty cool. So definitely I want to thank everybody who has made this past year so much fun, and I would really encourage people here in the future. I'd like to see more fan participation, and I talked about this in my first episode of Voodoo's Brew, that I really feel like that I'd like to see more fan participation in 2012. And what does fan participation mean? It means commenting on the videos, letting me know what you think about the videos, asking me questions, getting involved, rating the videos. And I'm not one of these persons who's a big, like, oh, rate my video, click thumbs up, I'm like a whore for life. So that's not what it is. It's actually, it helps, because if you rate the video and actually like the video, then it does a few things. One, it actually helps people find the video on YouTube. YouTube is more likely to suggest a video that has more likes on it. And two, if somebody comes to one of my videos and it has a bunch of good likes on it, then people will probably look at that video and say, wow, a lot of people have watched this video and like it, let me give it a look. It looks good, you know what I mean? As opposed to, I have these trolls who come on videos and give me 10 dislikes or whatever. That's fine. Every time I upload a new video, like 2 or 3 people go and immediately dislike it because they're just troll haters. But, stuff like that. when I ask for fan participation, like I have been doing for my funniest moments of 2011, which that video obviously doesn't look like it's going to happen because nobody will send me a funny clip. When I ask for something like that, it would be awesome if the fans responded and actually did send in their funny clips or whatever I was asking. So, and also to talk about the channel, to spread the channel by word of mouth, because that's how people get to know my channel. I don't promote really that much with other people on other sites and stuff. It's mainly like a word of mouth type of thing. And so if you know, it would be great if you guys could spread word of my channel and let people know that, hey, there is a place that they can come and watch good gameplay footage and all kinds of different stuff, game reviews, and just have a good time. It's a channel they can go on and be personal, you know, with me and interact with me and things like that. And so I think if the fans get more involved in 2012, it'll be a fun year and everybody will get very into it, and it'll be a lot of fun to continue to do this. So I want to thank everybody, like I said, for a great year here on YouTube, and hopefully to many more to come. And I'm going to continue to have fun, continue to do what I love doing, and continue to hopefully make the footage better. And as a special announcement, I do have a special announcement to make. I am doing something special today for my 1-year anniversary. I'm going to be uploading some very special footage that I have not talked about before, but I'm going to reveal it now. And I will be leaving this video up as the main video on my page today, and possibly over the next day or day and a half or so. That way that people can find out about the footage on this video and then go on my channel to actually find it. But I'm not going to spoil it in this video. You'll see it obviously when it comes up, but it is actually gameplay footage that I took in the year 2010, before my channel ever got started, of a classic game that I was playing, a classic PS1 title, and that's as big a hint as I'm going to give. A classic PS1 title that I got really interested in after I saw my roommate at the time playing this game, and I wanted to play it, so I started playing it, and it was actually a pretty difficult, hard, frustrating game, but very fun at the same time. And so one day I just decided, hey, you know, this would probably be pretty funny. Let me get out a video camera and record some of this, and I did. And I actually have 4 videos, but they're long. They're like maybe half an hour each, of this gameplay footage that I will be uploading today on Voodoo 51292 as my 1-year channel anniversary classic retro footage. Never before seen. Like I said, it's pretty funny, I think. People have watched it in the past and have told me that they thought it was pretty funny, they enjoyed it. And I think obviously if you played this game, then it'll be fun for you to watch because you can probably relate to it. So definitely check out the footage. I'm not going to reveal what it is in this video. I'll be making another video with me sitting here and explaining to you, basically prefacing the footage, telling you what it is and how it came about, and revealing what game it is. Then I'll be uploading the actual game footage. So I'll be putting it in a playlist and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're interested in the special footage, stick around. It will be up very shortly after this video. It probably will be in the process of being up or already up by the time you see this video. So make sure that you watch that first video I'm going to make introducing the footage, so that you know where to find it and what it is, so that you can watch it and have a good time. So thanks everyone, like I said, for a great year. Keep up the participation. I like to see fan interaction and fan, what's the word? I've been using it all video, now I can't find it. Whatever. Fan interaction, fan participation, that's the word. Fan participation in 2012. If you guys could participate some more, comment on the videos, tell me what you think about the videos, ask me questions, rate those videos, and just mainly enjoy the footage, and feel free to spread the word of my channel so we can get more viewers and more people involved and have a good time in 2012. Alright? So thank you very much. Stay tuned for some special footage tonight, and I hope everybody enjoys it and we can have a great 2012. So thank you very much.